Hello, this is Andy Clearman, and welcome to this week's edition of the Ground and Pound Show. I'm going to introduce my co-host now, Jim Jenkins. How's it going, Jim?
Good, Andy. How are you?
Doing good. Jay D'Amato, how's it going, Jay?
Great.
Carlitos Jones is our special guest this week. How you doing, Carlitos?
I'm great.
Good. And Scott Smalley is our special guest host this week. How's it going, Scott?
It's going great, Andy.
Scott, you getting pretty excited?
Everything's great.
Absolutely stoked. We've got a big show coming up on Saturday night. The Shivitz Arena. It's the Steel City Rumble 5, the Evolution. We've sold out our table tickets. We still have tickets available at the door, though. It's the bowl level, the 100 level for $40, and the 200 level for $30. There's not a bad seat in the house, and the card looks great. In fact, Carlitos Jones, sitting next to me, is on the card. He's facing Blake Chatham. Looks to be a great fight. How do you feel about it, Carlitos?
Well, excited.
Excited.
Excited, yeah.
I'd say that's to say the least. Blake Chatham fights out of Steve Berger. Steve Berger's gym, Berger MMA. And I believe you guys both have a record of 1-0. And so it should be a really good matchup.
We've got a lot of great matchup.
You really do.
A ton of them. We've got some great interest from the local our local radio stations and our local news stations. KPLR 11 was out and talked to a couple of our fighters this week. And the show was centered around a fighting couple. We've had Adam and Lori Donovan on the show a couple of different times.
Which is unusual. It's a married couple.
It's a married couple.
Well, married couples fight, but not usually both of them are in the cage.
They're honestly within about 5 pounds of each other.
That's what really
And
makes
they're
it
training
interesting.
partners, and they make great training partners. They really love to fight. They just really enjoy it. So we got the I've forgotten our Kurt. What's Kurt's name on KPLR 11? Our sports guy. Anyway, he came out and did an interview, and the story was picked up by CNN. My brother calls me the other morning and says, "Hey, did Lori and Adam get on TV? I'm sitting here in Colby, Kansas, watching headline news, and I think I just saw them on the teaser."
Cool.
So they were on CNN.
That's excellent exposure. I mean,
Yeah.
for the fight game and everything.
You know, cage fighting couple is what they called the title of the piece, and it was really a great interview, and they had a good time.
Now that you mentioned that, one of my work colleagues said the same thing to me. They saw it on CNN News. This couple who were fighters to train together and that sort of stuff. But it's not making sense to me now that you say that.
That's cool.
She's like, the girl, she's scary. The guy doesn't look scary.
Now you know those people because they fight out of your gym.
Yeah.
So you're not scared of either one of those people, though, are you?
You got some international flavor in your fight, too. You got a couple of Bosnian guys also fighting out
Certainly
of
do.
MMA.
We have Samir. I'm going to butcher his name, but I'm going to try. Filipovic.
Good job, Scott. You said it perfectly.
Yeah. And, well, when I have a coach, it really works well. I love that coaching part. Thank you, Andy. And Elvin Spahic. Andy knows both these gentlemen pretty well.
Yeah, they both fought on a previous card of mine, too, and they've both won. They're outstanding fighters. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing them both fight again. But Samir, too, he's a big guy.
And Elvin's fighting one of your fighters.
Actually, yeah.
Your fighter that you train, Adam Flowers.
Yeah, I train him with Jason Salufo and Jason Autry, and Adam's stepping up to fight him this time, and it's going to be a really good fight. They're good friends. They get along. They've met here on our show and at some of the local fight shows. But that's going to be a really good fight. We're excited for it.
Yeah, my advice to Elvin is don't take Adam lightly because he's a strong guy. He's determined, kicks and hits real hard.
He's young to the sport and young to martial arts, but he's a good athlete and good natural ability and very strong young man. So, and he's got a lot of heart. It's going to be a really good fight. I know that his opponent this time's got more experience as far as training time, but Adam's picked up a couple more fights than him, you know, in this last year. So it's going to be a good fight. Adam's looking forward to stepping up because he knows that Alvin's ranked number 10, and he wants that ranking. He wants to break the top 10, and like Andy's been telling everybody, you want to crack the top 10, you know, beat somebody in it.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Well, Adam also has got a very interesting backstory that we put out in press releases as well. Adam's a Christian rapper. It's kind of an unusual combination, fighter, Christian rapper. So
I think that you guys are, don't you have a news station coming tomorrow night too? Is it?
we do have another, it's actually I think probably Fox tomorrow night. We should be on Fox probably later in the week, but we've got lots of great local news coverage. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, one of the things that was nice is that you guys have tried to spread the press around amongst fighters, not even just the ones from CMMA, because Adam did get called, and he's going to get a chance to talk to those TV people tomorrow and maybe get on the news, and he's excited about that. So it's really good the way you guys just pitch the whole sport and all the fighters and, look after everybody. I think that's the way to do it.
We asked every fighter something about their background to try and get some sort of information about who they are, so that we could drum up the interest about the sport and about the fighters themselves. I mean, obviously it's easier when you know the fighters personally, like it is with Lori and Adam. It was very easy to pitch this particular story, because we know them. I work out with them on a regular basis. I saw Lori yesterday at the Subway shop where she works,
I'm not willing to get married again to be on CNN.
But certainly, I definitely want to promote every fighter that's on our show. We have a great list of fighters.
This is
How many fights
absolutely.
do you have this time?
We've got 17 fights, and every one of them is a quality match.
And what time does the fight start?
The fight starts at 7.
And they're going to go till,
They'll probably wrap up about 11:30.
it's going to be one hell of a night of fights.
You've got an after-fight party too that goes till 3 also afterwards.
We got an after-fight party at the Sheraton downtown. It's at 400 Market. It's presented by Syndicate Entertainment. Mark Bland is our representative from Syndicate that's been working with us to get the after-party engaged and ready. It looks like it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, this is the best card that I've seen put together in this area. I sent out an email blast to the people that I know that have gone to my shows and told them this isn't my show, but please support it because it's the best show. It's the best card I've seen put together in this area. And we want, I want people to go out and support this show because we want to be able to have these big shows. You guys are taking a swing and putting on a really big show for these athletes at a real big arena and a nice venue, a brand new facility. And the fact that, we're doing that, and you guys are putting that show on, I really want the community to go out and support this show. I think it's really
The
important.
practice people have been a great team to work with. They've been a lot of fun. They've been
Coming in
very,
yellow, Scott.
very accommodating. Really enjoyed working with them overall.
This is the arena on the St. Louis U campus.
Right.
In case anybody's not sure.
The new St. Louis U Billikens.
Where the Billikens play their basketball now.
It's, the address is actually 1 South Compton. It's actually between Compton and Grand.
You can see it off the highway there.
You can
It's a
see it
beautiful
right from
building
Florida.
right off the highway on the north side of the highway. Right looking at St. Louis U, you'll see a big, beautiful building.
It's actually been amazing walking around the building. I've gotten a lot of opportunities to walk through the facility, working with the team, to the box office, to the front office, to the production hands and everybody. But walking through the arena, you get to take a look at some of the pieces that you might not notice if you're just walking around going to an event. Like they have a weight room that's for the athletes. They've got a gym that's attached, and if you're walking on the second level, you can actually look down into the gym. Like one day I walked through and the St. Louis U volleyball team was playing. They weren't playing a game; they were practicing. But it was really cool to watch, them practice for a couple of minutes while I was on my way to my business meeting. And another day, some other team was in there doing some other basketball training. But it's a very, very beautiful.
Now, what's the
facility.
parking situation going to be like?
Well, the parking situation is pretty good. It's not close like some arenas. You actually have to walk about a block, but they have.
They got a parking garage, right?
They got a parking garage on Compton and Lindell, and I think they got another one about a little closer to Grand.
And is it free parking?
I actually think the parking is $10. They do have some
I think
VIP
you should
parking.
just switch mics here for a second.
Carlitos, you're not coming through clear, Scott. There you go.
All right, is that better?
That's much better. We might have to repeat a little bit of this information for you.
We can go back to flavors shortly too.
I'm sorry, what?
Flavors, because we have
Flavors?
Bosnian and we have Barbados. I'm from the Caribbean.
Yeah, I was getting back to
We're
that.
gonna get to
Carlitos. I was
you.
gonna let him finish.
We're gonna let you talk about your heritage, man. We won't lug it off.
No, but that's about, I was gonna get back to Carlos. Let's let you finish that thought, and then we'll add to the rest of the match.
Well, we were talking about the parking garages. Basically, they've got VIP parking too. I think it's only 25. So if you want to park right up next to the arena, they've got a limited number of spaces, probably about 250 or so, right there on the arena grounds. So that would be a great place to park if you want to spend a few extra bucks.
And back to the international flavor that you're bringing. Carlitos Jones is from Barbados.
Yes, I am. Asian invasion.
Moved
No.
over here with his wife Leia, and recently became a daddy back in December.